Hey, just got out of class and had to swing by work for a couple of hours because we're kind of on a deadline there. For the rest of the night, I'm going to be working on research for my thesis. So I've had some trouble finding time to make this video, but I thought about it for a while and I discovered that, yeah, I've got some free time every day. So I'm going to use that free time tomorrow to make this video, and what I'm going to teach you is 10 things that you should have been taught before taking your first full-time job. These are going to be things that may be common sense, may not be common sense, but it's important that you know each and every one of these going into that first day on the job. So hopefully you learn something. We'll see how it goes. So see you tomorrow. Number 10 is that you are starting over again. Okay? You've gone through this before. You know, you get through high school and then you start over again at college. Good old freshman. Then you get through here, you are now starting over again. This means keep your head low, but not too low. You know, don't pretend you're the big shot in there, because you're not. You know very little compared to these people that are seasoned vets, but you have a lot of potential. So know that, but just make sure that you keep your ego in check, because like you've done before, you're starting over. Number 9 is that learning is not over. It's just beginning. A lot of people might think, got my degree, it's done. I don't have to learn anymore. I know everything I'm going to know for the rest of my life. The truth is that you know nothing. You know the academic background of a few things, which doesn't really have any real value. So, as soon as you get into that workplace, get ready to put on your thinking cap and crank through a lot of things you've never seen before. Number 8, the golden rule. Okay, this is a rule that your mother should have taught you whenever you were in kindergarten. The idea is, do to others what you would want done to yourself. So, if at work someone asks you to do something, just think, if I were to ask someone to do something, would I want them to do it? If the answer is yes, then do it. Obviously there's limits. You know what I mean? Don't lose your job over it. But try to be the best co-worker you can be. It'll pay off. Number 7, introduce yourself when you call someone on the phone. Now, I know that we live in a world where everybody has caller ID and everybody knows who you are. And so anytime they get a phone call from you, they actually get excited. They're like, oh, this guy's calling me. I'm so excited. However, in the workplace, you may make phone calls into and out of a company or even around the company. They might not always know who is calling. So
don't do something like, that's my cat, don't do something like call and then expect them to know who you are and what you're talking about. Take the time, say, hey, this is Troy, I sent you an email yesterday about whatsoever. Pause. They'll say, oh yeah, hey, then you're in. Until then, don't rush into what you're talking about. All right.
All right. Number 6. This one's important. Politics are dangerous in the workplace. Okay? Now, I'm sure you have your opinions, and I'm sure they're right. Everybody's opinions are right. But whenever you're going into a diverse workplace, you need to be careful about sharing those opinions too openly. You will find people who have the same views as you, and once you find them, go ahead and go into your rants, blow off steam. But until then, I wouldn't let it be known that you feel like everyone who opposes gay marriage is a dirty, dirty 12th century bigot. Just be careful with stuff like that. Okay.
Number 5. You have money now, stop living like you're poor. Now, don't get me wrong, okay, saving money is important. Just because you got some big new salary, don't go out and buy a new Corvette. At the same time, you can stop living like you did when you were in college. You don't have to eat ramen noodles for lunch every day. You don't have to go to the back and get that super gross packaged deli meat. You can actually get the real stuff at the deli. A little more expensive, I understand. That's my cat. But what else is the money for? Live your life, live it well. You can afford to. Stop living like you're in college. Number 4. Don't forget your roots. Now, I know that a lot of you may be getting your degree in Huntsville and working in Huntsville, and in that case, keeping in touch with your family and friends is easy to do. However, a lot of people will get degrees outside of the city or state that they were born and raised. And when that happens, be sure to keep in contact with your family. You know, it's important. You don't want to be that person that gets so caught up in their new life that it turns out, oh, it's been 2 months since I talked to my mother. Or I have no idea what my family's up to. Oh, my brother's engaged? Big surprise to me. You don't want to have that happen. So make a conscientious effort to keep in contact with your family, your friends back home. Keep up with your life a little bit. Don't dwell in it, but remember your roots. My cat likes boxes.
Stay. Exit now.
Number 3. It's important to make friends at work. Now, you don't have to be best friends with these coworkers, but you work better with people that you know, and that you know moderately well. So go ahead and take the time to get to know some of your coworkers. Have a drink after work. Get to know them on a personal level, because people that you know well outside of work will allow you to work better with them at work. Number 2. Work isn't everything, but it is a lot. So things to keep in mind here is that there will be times when you're going to have to work weekends to get deadlines, and in that case, do it. You are investing in your career, you are investing in your future, you're building a reputation, you're building a skill set, and honestly, you're building a bit of a fan base. So when the time calls for it, absolutely invest the time outside of work to sharpen up certain skills if you need to. Now, that being said, it's very important that you also balance out your life. Spend time with your girlfriend, spend time with close friends, spend time to just relax. All of these things are very important to the overall development of yourself, such that whenever it comes to work time, you can give it your all. Because if you're sharp, then your time spent at work is going to be a lot more valuable. So definitely take the time to recharge. Number one is it's important to realize that people depend on you now. So it's time to stop messing around. Now, in college, you may have had group projects where they try to simulate this environment, but even then, you're going to have people that don't pull their weight. You may have been the person who didn't pull his or her weight because someone else will always make up for your lack of effort. Whenever you are working for real, they will break off chunks that they fully expect you to do. And if you do not do your part, come the end of the project, everything will be in place and your part is missing. When that happens, you must be held accountable for your actions. So it is important to stop messing around, stop being lazy if you have been, really focus, really put in the effort that's needed because people depend on you. All right.
Kind of casual for a Tuesday.
Hey man, I wear this stuff all the time whenever I was working in college. Everyone knew that I was awesome at what I did and they just let it slide. They'll let it slide here. I know it's my first day, but they'll be fine.
You want to see my stuffed squirrel collection?
Ryan, how many times have I told you you are the creepiest person I've ever even imagined existing, ever?
No lie.
What do you want? I don't want to see your stuffed squirrel collection. Yeah, get out of here, Ryan. That's freaking weird.